Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. B&B spoilers. Poppy Nozawa's ultimate sacrifice. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Poppy Nozawa, Romy Parks, is in for a shocking realization on the CBS soap. Time is running out for Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, and her reign of terror is about to come to an end. When Poppy learns she is free because her daughter has been arrested, what will happen next? Keep reading to find out. B&B spoilers ahead. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Poppy Nozawa wants to trade places. Luna Nozawa has turned out to be a complete sociopath on The Bold and the Beautiful. Not only did she murder her dad Tom Starr, Clint Howard, and Hollis at El Giardino, Luna framed her own mother for the deaths. Then she tried to scam Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, out of millions of dollars and kidnapped her cousin's wife Steffi Forrester, Jacqueline Massins Wood. B&B spoilers. Poppy Nozawa will be free soon, but it will come at a cost. When she learns that her daughter Luna is taking her place behind bars and will never see the light of day again, the heartbroken mother could make the ultimate sacrifice. There's no way Luna Nozawa can avoid jail time. Either she is leaving The Bold and the Beautiful in handcuffs or a body bag. However, there is one other possible direction the character could take. What if Poppy Nozawa confesses to Luna's crimes after she realizes her daughter is going away for murder and kidnapping, among other things? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Poppy Nozawa feels responsible for Luna Nozawa's crimes. Poppy has never been Mother of the Year, which explains a lot about Luna Nozawa's behavior and sociopathic tendencies. What is the point of Poppy getting out of prison if that means her daughter will spend the rest of her life in prison? Do you think that Poppy Nozawa will take a guilty verdict to keep her daughter free? The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue over the sprawling Forrester estate. The soft chirping of crickets filled the air, mingling with the distant hum of traffic from the city. Inside the mansion, the tension was palpable. The Forresters, Logans, and Spencers had gathered in the living room, their faces etched with worry and confusion. At the center of it all stood Poppy Nozawa, her eyes filled with a mix of determination and sorrow. Poppy had always been an enigma to those around her. A mysterious figure who had suddenly appeared in Los Angeles, her past shrouded in secrets and half-truths. Despite her enigmatic nature, she had quickly become an integral part of the fashion world, her designs capturing the attention of even the most discerning critics. But tonight, Poppy was not here to discuss fashion or her latest collection. Tonight, she was here to make the ultimate sacrifice. As the room buzzed with whispers and hushed conversations, Poppy took a deep breath, steeling herself for what was to come. She had spent years running from her past, hiding behind her success and the glamorous facade she had built. But now she knew that the time had come to face the truth and make amends for the mistakes she had made. "Thank you all for coming," Poppy began, her voice steady despite the turmoil swirling inside her. "I know you're all wondering why I've called you here tonight. The truth is, I have something to confess, something that will change everything." The room fell silent, all eyes on Poppy. Ridge Forrester, always the protective father, took a step forward, his brow furrowed in concern. "Poppy, whatever it is, you don't have to face it alone. We're all here for you." Poppy's heart ached at Ridge's words, but she knew that what she was about to reveal would shatter the trust and relationships she had worked so hard to build. She took another deep breath, her mind flashing back to the events that had led her to this moment. Years ago, before she had come to Los Angeles, Poppy had been involved in a dangerous world of crime and deception. Desperate to escape the clutches of a powerful and ruthless crime lord, she had made a deal with the devil, one that had cost her more than she could have ever imagined. To protect herself and those she loved, Poppy had been forced to betray a friend, leading to devastating consequences. For years, Poppy had carried the guilt of that betrayal, her soul weighed down by the knowledge that her actions had led to the death of an innocent man. She had tried to bury the past, to move on and create a new life for herself. But the past has a way of catching up with you, and Poppy knew that she could no longer run from her sins. "I haven't been completely honest with any of you," Poppy continued, her voice trembling slightly. "Before I came to Los Angeles, I was involved in something terrible, something that I've tried to forget. But I can't. I made a mistake. a mistake that cost someone their life. Gasps filled the room, the shock and disbelief palpable. Brooke Logan, always quick to judge, narrowed her eyes, suspicion clouding her features. "What are you talking about, Poppy? What did you do?" Poppy's gaze fell to the floor, the weight of her confession almost too much to bear. "I was involved with a man, a dangerous man who had control over me. I thought I could escape, but the only way out was to betray someone close to me. I gave information that led to his death." Tears welled up in Poppy's eyes as the memories flooded back. The look of betrayal in her friend's eyes, the sound of the gunshot that had ended his life, it was all too vivid, too real. She had tried to make amends, to atone for her sins by helping others and using her talent to bring beauty into the world. But no amount of success or fame could erase the guilt that gnawed at her soul. "I thought I could start over here, that I could leave my past behind," Poppy said, her voice breaking. "But I was wrong. The truth has a way of finding you, no matter how far you run." The room was silent, the weight of Poppy's confession hanging heavy in the air. Steffi Forrester, always empathetic and understanding, stepped forward, her eyes filled with compassion. "Poppy, we all have things in our past that we regret. But what matters is what we do moving forward. You've been a friend to all of us, and you've made a difference in our lives. That doesn't change because of your past." Poppy shook her head, the tears now flowing freely down her cheeks. "You don't understand, Steffi. This man, the one I betrayed, he wasn't just anyone. He was connected to some very dangerous people. And now, they've found me. They've been threatening me, demanding that I pay for what I did." Ridge's protective instincts kicked in, his expression turning steely. "We'll protect you, Poppy. Whatever it takes, we'll make sure you're safe." But Poppy knew that there was no escaping this time. The crime lord she had once feared was back, more powerful than ever, and he wanted revenge. Poppy had been given an ultimatum. Either she turned herself in, or those she loved would pay the price. "I appreciate your offer, Ridge," Poppy said, her voice heavy with resignation, "but this is something I have to do on my own. I can't let anyone else get hurt because of me. I've already caused enough pain." The room was filled with a tense silence as the reality of Poppy's situation sank in. For so long, she had been the strong, independent woman who could handle anything life threw at her. But now she was faced with a choice: sacrifice herself to protect those she loved or continue to run and risk their lives. As she looked around the room at the faces of those who had become her family, Poppy knew what she had to do. She had spent too long hiding from her past, too long trying to atone for her sins. It was time to make things right, no matter the cost. "I'm going to turn myself in," Poppy announced, her voice firm with resolve. "It's the only way to end this once and for all. I won't let anyone else suffer because of me." The room erupted in protests, but Poppy held up her hand, silencing them. "This is my decision. I've made my peace with it. I'm ready to face whatever comes." Tears filled the eyes of those around her as they realized that there was no changing Poppy's mind. She was determined to make the ultimate sacrifice to protect those she cared about. As the night wore on, Poppy said her goodbyes, her heart heavy with the knowledge that this might be the last time she saw her friends. But she also felt a sense of peace, a peace that had eluded her for so long. She had finally faced her past, and she was ready to make things right. The next morning, as the sun rose over the city, Poppy Nozawa walked into the police station, her head held high. She was ready to face the consequences of her actions, to make amends for the mistakes she had made. And as she turned herself in, she knew that, for the first time in years, she was truly free.